It's a straddle, right?
Fred Chaminara will do the same with his king-queen.
They both have clubs.
I fold.
10 jack of clubs versus queen king of clubs.
I'll raise.
And Sammy,
Raisey daisy.
ace jack of hearts is going to raise.
6,200 from Sammy.
I think he's going to get called in both spots here.
Yeah. There's one.
And the grinder will be a very unhappy grinder if clubs come out there.
Mike, I know you're pulling for me for this hand. I know it.
I'm always pulling for you, Sammy. You're my buddy.
Yep,
You're
he's
right.
talking. Yeah,
You're right.
it
He can
is.
talk with food in his mouth.
And Sammy flops a pair of aces.
Because Rocky has a pair of tens, and Fred Chaminara has an inside straight draw. He'd make a straight with a jack.
Faha leads out with 9,000.
Grinder's going to call with his tens. And it looks like Freddie Chaminara is going to call with an inside straight draw. Hope to get lucky.
Yeah.
Doesn't realize two jacks are already out
What am I
there.
going to do now?
Yeah, many times. I'm sure they hear you even with the music.
If a jack would come out, it would be huge for Chaminara.
9 of hearts.
Sammy still with way the best hand.
All in. Reload.
He's going all in.
Moving in his last 29,500 bucks.
My assumption. Right.
And I can't see him getting called here.
30,000.
20. 25. I'll count it for you, sweetheart. Just relax. 25. 27. 29.5. Reload. It's time for me to reload. This is better luck than the cigar.
And the grinder
down,
realizes he's beat.
I'm happy.
You won't stand.
I appreciate your business, everybody.
So long, Freddie. Sammy wins a
you want
pot worth over
What do you mean
$47,000.
another?
Starting to take control of the table, buddy.
Hey, that's why I'm on a short stack.
He put us through short stack torture. Now he's into near full stack. You're not short stack anymore.
Hey, buddy, what is this? 50,000 halfway?
No, Sammy, you're wrong. It's about 77,000 bucks. So he's more than halfway back. Faha's getting hot again.
This one.
I'm trying to track. I don't know what you're at. It's like 60 or something.
I guess I bet too
Have I
much.
told you lately you all suck?
Yeah, you tell us just about every hand.
Well, the game is out of the mud, boys and girls.
Yeah, you just keep picking up aces, kings, and queens and losing every pot. That gets the game out of the mud real fast.
He catches some cards. You do catch cards, though.
You are a card rack. Now I know why you win in poker.
Correct. Correct.
When you're getting beat on it.
SID, I'm a squeezer in disguise, you know?
We're back at the Palms in Las Vegas for more high-stakes poker action.
I think he stuck like 5 or 10.
Sammy Faha just won nearly $50,000, so he's got to be feeling pretty good about himself.
I'm scared when you guys raise.
He was in a rut for a while, but he's back on track.
Mikey, because I like you. Normally I raise with a hand like this.
Raise 2,000 total bet.
The grounder made it 2,000 to go after Sammy limped.
And Fred Chaminara is going to just call with his pair of nines.
I'll chop.
Sammy's going to call with jack four of hearts. This is the old Sammy.
And everybody's got a piece of the flop. Daniel has an open-ended straight draw, but Freddie has an overpair.
And Sammy's got a pair of fours. Very casually, Daniel loves the flop. He raised with a 5-3 of clubs, and he flopped an open-end straight. And Fred Chaminara is thinking about what to do with his nines. Most pros here would put in a sizable raise with this flop. Let's see what Freddie does.
I was going to lay it down, but you brought me in.
Sammy's going to call with his pair of fours.
It's too much money now.
And the turn gives Faha the lead with jacks and fours.
Wow, looks like Fred Chaminara has slow played himself into oblivion. Sammy checked, trying to catch Daniel, and Daniel checks.
River helps nobody.
Sammy Farhar with his Jackson 4s, way the best hand here. Now he has to bet.
20.
Realize Daniel has nothing.
20,000 from Farha.
That'll make him lay it down. Oh, I put too much, huh? Put too much.
Why do I think you're bluffing? You don't have anything.
They always think I'm bluffing. You're the only one that have senses and knows that I have a hand.
Guessing, I'm not too sure.
I never bluff.
I know.
Me neither.
No, one time I bluffed him at 4-5 offsuit.
Now, Sammy realizes that Fred Chaminara is thinking about calling, and he's going to say everything he can
What do you have? What do you think? Why do you think I'm bluffing? What could you have?
to try and get Freddie to
Pair
call.
of 9.
Pair of nines?
Yeah.
You had me for a second.
You had me at the low.
For a second. Maybe half a second you had me. When that jack hit and the king hit,
Something, I don't know.
when jack king hit, it was over, buddy. You had me on the flop.
How do you know that I have a pair of 9?
When the jack hit, well, I got a monster now.
Sammy is saying exactly what's
You all
happening in
look
this
good
hand,
now if you drink.
hoping it's going to
why
confuse
we're
Fred
here.
Chaminara.
Me calling?
No.
I can't say, but I don't
You
want to
would love to,
influence
but
the.
no.
I don't want to influence the hand.
I want to punish one player at a time.
You know what? Let's just all put it all in against his ass and see
I
what he does.
told you, I'll tell him the truth. I got a pair of 9 now.
He can take half of your action. I don't mind. I just want somebody to call me.
I really think that
You can't do
bluff.
that.
I
It's not
really
between
think
you and
that
him.
are
It's your own
ace-10 in
business.
your hand.
You always couple of thousand. They'll take the whole hand, huh? That's
I
okay
know.
with me. It's okay. You can have it. I got him beat. I have you beat.
Sammy has decided to tell the truth.
Yeah.
You want a lifeline?
Very interesting.
I don't care. I want you to call, honestly. I'll give you half price, even.
You know, when
Whatever
Sammy
you
talks
want.
this much, he usually has the best hand. Am I
Businessman,
wrong?
Negotiate with me.
No, you're right,
Negotiations. You don't have to lay
I
it
tell you
down.
what, you're going to show your hand to me.
Never to nobody. But I'll do some business deal. What do you want me to do? Take 5
I have a pair
back?
of 9. I'm not.
I know you're not.
But
But don't
I don't know, I
don't
think
fold
you
it. I'll give you.
Freddie almost threw his hand away, and Sammy's decibel
I'll give
level
you
went up.
discount. What do you want? I want you in so
You
bad.
discount?
Yeah. What do you want? Tell me.
You tell me.
Well, it's your hand. Tell me what you want to pay.
Now, what kind of discount you can give me?
What do you want to pay? You tell me. Whatever you tell me, I'll let you have it.
Show me. Just give it to me. Just show it to me. Just show it to me. Show it to me. Not don't show it to anybody else.
I don't want to tease you. No teasing. I had 3 kings.
Yeah, what do you?
I have 3 kings. That's what I had.
That's the first lie Sammy told in the whole hand.
Exactly.
Both Daniel and Mike Matusow trying to show how smart they were, saying they would have called Sammy. And Sammy would have been happy to let him call.
I told you can buy his hand for half price.
From the Palms Casino Resort in Las Vegas, Nevada, this is High Stakes Poker.
Jenny is in the house. Is she getting in this game next? Yes. It's juicy, 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 juicy. Yum, 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 yum.
It's getting better and better.
Matusow's referring to Jennifer Harmon, who's coming in and grind a spot the next hand. That kiss would give Jennifer grounds for sexual harassment.
I'm so jealous of you. He's the best. I'm serious. I used to be jealous of you. Now, jealous of him.
He does win every hand he plays,
Now,
right?
you proved it to me. You could lose some hands. Him, he hasn't lost a hand.
I love the BS. I love you guys. I love when you give me the BS. It feels so good. And even though I know you're lying, it still feels good. I'm like 100% sure that it's the BS. And
No,
it
we
feels
are
good.
jealous. Me and Sam.
We are.
Farha,
I am
take a
really
life
jealous.
test that we are jealous of how good you are.
You are
I love it.
really.
Even though they're going to take the test,
I used to think he's a tournament player. He proved it to me. He's a true poker player.
You know what?
He is.
They fuse it with confidence post-mortem when they think I'm not paying attention. That's the art
You
of the
leave out of
BS.
here, I'll leave with you. We'll start the game and take a look.
He's so good. He's so good. He's so good. The thing about Sam is, wow, he's when he was the big blind, unless I had a hand, I didn't raise him because he defends, and I hate playing against people that defend. It's so much easier just to raise and have them fold, right? If they're defending, by the way, a predictable, straightforward player who doesn't have anything will fold when they, that guy, I want him to defend all night long. But a guy like Sammy, who's not only going to defend, but put you on a hand and act accordingly, even if he's missed the flop himself. Those are tricky players that make moves like that and stuff. So I wasn't looking forward to playing any hands with Sammy. I tried to have something when I was in there with him.
Phil Lock is discussing the table conversation, and the only thing he left out is that he's one of the best at it.
Yeah. And Sammy with the hot hand will sit this hand out.
I almost got, I got one good card.
21 total.
Mike's going to raise to 2,100, and Phil here's got a pair of 10s. Just calling.
So, we've got the Unabomber and the Mouth headed to the flop. 3-4 queen, so Matisal flops a queen.
5,000.
And bets 5,000.
Phil Lock immediately throws his hand away. I have no idea how he was able to do that so fast. He did not raise before the flop with a pair of 10s. A lone queen came out there, and he was able to get away from the hand.
Listen, as many pots as I stole today, I'll tell you one thing. I had ace queen in the hand.
Well, let me ask you one question. Will you give me
As
100?
many pots as I've stole today, I
Ante
didn't get that
up.
one.
Ante up. Every hand, Mike. We're anteing up. Before you say a word, ante, and then we're going to move on this game along
Stupid
here.
Annie,
Up
man.
the game.
Whoever heard of a poker game with Annies, man?
Mike, if the camera showed you didn't have ace queen, will you give me $140?
I'll give you 140,000.
I'm okay.
No, I want $140 if you didn't have ace
got
queen. Okay, done. All right.
Phil wants $140.
No,
And the one thing he doesn't talk
free
about
roll.
is the fact that he got away from a pair of 10s there. A great play by what looks like a great player.
Yeah.
Raise.
And he's completely effusive about it and
fine.
does not mention it to anybody. That's a sign of a great player.
Esfandiari raised to 3,500 with his 9-3 of clubs.
Antonio is ready to gamble. Phil's got the king 9 of diamonds,
That's it.
Come on, Phil.
and he throws it away.
You know, loosen up a little bit.
Now, that time he was wrong.
Yeah.
Did I just say he was a great player? Well, he's not bad.
Look what he just showed.
Now he's getting under my skin.
Wow.
I had you beat. I had you overcoated, in fact.
We're back for more high-stakes poker at the Palms Resort Casino.
Phil, you know, this is a good game for you, bro. You know why?
Because I get lessons on how they
Exactly.
get.
You're
how
going to
they-
learn a lot.
Yeah.
This makes you a
they're
much better
stealing
player.
from me.
You're going to really get...
Looks like he's winning almost 100,000.
More,
102.
130.
Huh?
102.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I miscounted. I thought it was 130, and I malcounted.
Wow, you really are bad. That's 28,000. She could have done a lot.
I wouldn't have bet.
28,000.
Say
You
what?
beat a putt.
I don't know. I just won a little here and there.
Out the window. Gone. Wow. How about, what are you going to do with this guy?
How is it gone?
Phil Lack just calling a big blind with a pair of 6s.
Parra calls a small blind with a 5-deuce, and Negrano lets it go with ace-7.
But I wouldn't have bet on it.
3 players in this
I
hand.
made a quick count. I was wrong.
And Phil Lock hits the flop hard again. He has a set of 6s.
And Dan Negrano, who thinks he slow played his ace-7, is going to bet out. He feels aces are definitely the best hand here.
Raise. 4,000 total.
4,000 total from Phil Lock.
Phil Lock has raised 3,000.
What do you do, 3,000 more?
There's a lot of possible drawing hands out there, and Daniel knows Phil Lock would raise on a draw.
What is this? It's splash in the pot.
Whatever that is.
Dealer, no splash in the pot.
Take your hands off my money. That's what I'm betting.
Listen, he's raising it another 7,000.
7 more.
7,000.
And no splash on the pot.
Shut up. You're not there.
Phil Lock is 99.9% sure he has the best hand here. And he chooses to just call the
I'm going to
7,000.
bet 12.
Daniel bets $12,000 in the dark.
Daniel feels he has the best hand.
12,000.
That 8 of hearts helps Daniel because it gives him an open-end straight draw. Phil Lock still totally convinced he has the best hand.
No calls.
He chooses not to raise. That's very interesting play.
$12,000 call from Phil.
He's trying to win a big pot here.
3 of clubs on the river. It's not going to do
Check.
it for Daniel.
44,400.
That's funny. So many outs, too. And a pair of aces.
Phil Lock bets $44,400. He got his wish. An insignificant card, the 3 of clubs, came off on the river.
Can't hit a hand.
And it really looks like he could be bluffing.
Sounds to me like the ace-7 to me. If it's so many outs with a pair of aces.
Are you in the pot, Mike? Are you in the, like, because you've been doing that to Antonio, to everybody. When you're not in a pot, you're not supposed to,
He's
like...
already bet. There ain't...
There ain't what? There ain't what? Explain to me what you're not doing wrong.
He hasn't called.
Oh, okay.
I'm in the middle. I can still raise, right?
That's
and you're
true.
calling out my hand with ace-7.
Yeah, but you
What
were...
if I raise?
Yeah, but you weren't going to raise. You wanted to
Well,
kill
why don't
yourself when
you
he
just try
checked.
being quiet for a minute?
All right.
There you go.
You got it.
Okay, now you bet 44-4? This guy's the biggest joke ever.
Mike's right about two things. Daniel has ace-7, and Daniel's not going to raise. I can't see Daniel
I'm
calling.
here to have fun.
If Phil Lock would have
If I
bet
win,
something
I
like
win.
15, 20,000,
So I'm going to win because y'all play so bad.
Daniel might have called.
Right.
I think Phil Lock has outpriced himself here with 44,400. But Daniel's really thinking about it.
I can't figure this one out. This is so bizarre. This is really strange. I think I want to call him. I really do want to call him.
Daniel's talking himself into calling.
Give me a minute.
Negreanu's usually good at reading hands, though. This is not like him.
Well, sometimes he's good at reading hands.
Yeah.
Phil Lock could have had a flush draw, a straight draw. Maybe he had 7-8 of spades. A big flush and straight draw didn't make it, just made a pair of eights. And is now trying to buy the plot, realizing Daniel has a pair of aces. That's what Daniel's thinking.
You know, in high-stakes poker, players are given an ample amount of time to make a decision. After all, this is a $44,000 call here.
What in the world? Guys, I'm sorry. I can't put him on a hand. 35, 44.
Sammy doesn't appear too interested in this hand. Daniel does not want to be bluffed.
Yeah.
Just can't put you on a hand, bro. Can't put you on nothing.
I wonder if Phil Lock played the hand this way, just called on the turn because he was playing against Daniel Negreanu. It's interesting to think about.
You're up 102,000, right?
How players play against different
That
players.
makes a difference. You might be willing to fire 40 at this with nothing. The only hand I'm worried about is aces up. I'm talking myself out of this one.
Looks to me to be the opposite. Looks to me like he's talking himself into it.
Counting his chips there. That's never a good sign.
And Phil Lock is giving Daniel no help. He's not saying anything, not reacting at all.
I'll tell you what, kid, you might earn this one, I swear. You might earn this money. Really good.
I am too.
I'm totally confused. And usually when you're in that spot, you're probably supposed to pay it off because, like I said, I can't put him on a hand. Can't put him on a hand. But he wouldn't raise me on the turn. But he can bet 44 in the river. Ace-9, ace-6. Ace-9 or ace-6.
I have no idea.
I'm hoping it's 10 jack of spades or 10 queen of spades. I'm gonna call him.
3-9.
3-6. That was the other one. Nice hand. Good hand. I was gonna fold the whole way and then I changed my mind last minute.
Wow.
Talked
So
myself into the call.
Phil Lock knows his players.
yeah.
He thought there was a chance that Daniel might call a big bet like that, and that's why I bet it.
And Jennifer Tilly watches her boyfriend rake in a small fortune of about $137,000.
Phil Lock is playing the players.
And the Unabomber is now up close to $200,000. We're in Las Vegas playing high-stakes poker.
See, you guys don't understand the concept of poker. You know what the concept of poker is?
Tell us, Mike. We know you're
The
going.
concept of poker is a good poker player maximizes when he has the best hand and lays down when he's beat. Not, I call, yeah, pay it off. Yeah.
I think Mattisau is crossing the line here. Daniel feels terrible about that last call, and he doesn't need a speech from Mike Mattisau right now.
Sammy raised to $2,000 on his king 10. The grounder raised to 5,000 on his pocket 5.
Knitter and knitter over there, 44,000.
Sometimes, Mikey, you don't know when you have the best hand. Sometimes you have to call.
Well, that's because you guys aren't as good as you think you are.
You have around 100.
Got about 170.
170.
And look at this. Phil Locke's good fortune continues. It's been raised to 5,000, and he wakes up with a pair of kings. The very next hand.
I like to lock myself in with these guys all the time.
After winning all that money with 3 6s. Now let's see how he plays this. You really never know what this guy's going to do.
You raised now. It's 25.
Phil makes it 25,000 to go.
I said I called, give me a change. What happened? I never re-raised. It's ridiculous, I mean.
Sammy threw in $2,000 chips.
You catch more hands than manicurists.
I guess he's kidding around. He raised to 2,000. And now it's up to Daniel
20 more,
Negreanu.
right?
He's going to call 20,000 more with a pair of 5s.
Once again, the Unabomber and Kid Poker go heads up.
Daniel's going to need to catch a 5. He'll get all his money back here if he catches a 5.
2 9s and an ace.
Check, check.
Turns to 7 of diamonds.
Ace scared the Unabomber a little bit.
Yeah.
And it still scares him. Check, check.
4 hearts on the river is not going to do it for Daniel.
22,000.
Daniel immediately throws his hand away. He was suspicious of those first
You saved me money. I'm glad I missed them.
2 checks on the flop and the turn, thinking maybe Phil was slow playing another big hand. But Phil was cautious because he didn't like that ace.
Thing is a little gun
You got
shy,
the
too.
nicest, prettiest girlfriend, and you win every pot. I don't understand. How can somebody be so lucky at everything?
I don't know. I've been unbelievably lucky in my life as well. Yeah.
And you got friends like me.
Well, your luck's got to end somewhere.
That could get you in the hell club you want.
The trick is to wear a Bluetooth when you go out. If you walk up to a door guy in New York with a Bluetooth, you're getting in.
Every time.
Right?
When you're at a table with Mike, doesn't matter if you're winning or losing, you should just be having a good time. And it's not just Mike. It's see, like, what is one hand clapping? It's nothing. It's Mike and another hand. It's always Mike, and it could be Mike and Daniel, it could be Mike and Antonio, Mike. It's the dynamic. It's like, what is gunpowder? It's just going to sit there. But when you put a match to it, it's like.
I don't know about you, AJ, but I get nervous every time the Unabomber starts talking about gunpowder.
Yeah, I tend not to open my letters up for a while.
Well, it took the FBI a long time to catch on to what the Unabomber was doing. Let's see how long it takes
Raising, bro.
the players
I don't
at this
have
table.
9-3.
Are you steamy?
Daniel raises to $2,000 with one of his favorite hands, the 10-8 offsuit.
Sorry. Oh, I got to adjust my head.
Steaming is... You're good at
Phil Locke calls the 7-5. So these two are at it again. 3 straight hands. Let's see if Phil Locke can make it a clean sweep here on the flop.
Going for the hat trick.
Well, Locke takes the lead. He's got a pair of 5s.
4,000.
Daniel bets 4,000.
No, you're right, and everybody else is wrong, Mike.
When it comes to poker, absolutely.
And that's why
As
you
far
have
as
all the money,
anything
right?
else, I
And
don't
what did you
give a
need to
shit.
borrow again, you said? Sorry,
Shut
I'm
up,
sorry about
man.
something.
Just shut
Well,
up.
then why are you starting, son?
Just play your hand and be quiet.
All right, okay.
Phil Locke only wants to get involved in the big
Big mouth
hands.
over
I'm
here.
sorry, Mikey.
He's big mouth.
I'm sorry.
He likes to talk a lot of smack, but he can't back it up. He wants to play head up with these guys, but one thing you need to do when you play poker is you got to have some dough, sir, to play with. You can't just be running the mouth, I'll play this guy head up, that head up. You can't play with napkins, right? You can't play for napkins. I think we got Mike to be quiet.
I'm going to bust every one of you guys just don't even know.
Okay, I love you, Mikey. Don't bust me, please.
We all love you, Mikey.
You just don't even know.
We just want you to play better, you know?
This This is high-stakes poker at the Palms Resort Casino, where tens of thousands of dollars are won and lost on every hand. Jennifer Harman has the button for this hand.
I'm gonna have to stay now.
Both Antonio and Sammy have called.
Are you leaving? Don't leave.
He's playing tonight. Oh, he can leave because he's winning.
No.
He's got that system. He's like, he wins 90%.
I need to win. I need to win 300,000.
We have 5 players going to the flop here.
He's on that, you know, he wins
Family
like 30
pot.
sessions straight. He'll go 30-2. And he's stuck like 1,400.
And Negreanu pairs his eights and is in the lead.
8s are the best hand right now.
4 of spade gives Farhar a flush draw.
Gives Mike the mouth, pair of 4s. But Daniel still has the best hand,
Sammy
pair of
bets-
8s.
And Sammy bets $4,000.
Daniel's going to call. Mike throws away his pair of 4s. Sammy needs a 10 or a spade.
Rivers no help to Sammy at all.
Sammy's got a bet to win here, and he's going to.
Really?
$12,000 from Farha.
You bet 12? I don't think you got anything. Sammy doesn't have anything. Sammy missed everything. How much did he bet? 12? Let's hope Sammy missed everything. Missed everything?
You can see it on his face. He's like, yeah, definitely.
I didn't miss this time.
I don't think it helps Sammy that everybody laughed there.
But a nice quick read by Negreanu nonetheless.
You're welcome.
Yeah, that one was pretty obvious.
Well, easy for you to see after the hand's over.
I thought he did. I wasn't sure, but I thought he did.
Getting some quality cards now.
That's from Pot Limit Omaha.
Jennifer Harman looks very happy that Daniel won that hand.
Yep.
Me and Daniel go back a long way, and I know him so well that it's like he's my relative at the table. So I don't really want to take his money. You know, I know I bluffed him the last time I was in a pot, you know, in the last cash game. But it was only because I was in a pot with him, and I have to look out for myself. But if there was anybody else that I would want to win, it would be Daniel. No, that's not true. I made that bad call.
Harman's second appearance on high-stakes poker, and is it safe to say she's the best female player around period game?
Tonight.
I think it's between her and B. Arthur.
It's there.
Yeah.
Walt, do you have a flush? Here's our golden girl, Jennifer Harman. Just going to call with a pair of 3s.
Thank you.
Everybody seems to be limping in.
Don't worry, Sammy's still
Great. Sammy, with Jack 9 of spades, is going to raise with the big blind.
Sammy raises to
That's
5,600.
not a very big raise.
Should I go all in? Just bluff Danny the big pot. Cost me 21,000, maybe. How much was?
I think Jennifer's going to call with a pair of 3s.
Yep.
I got them all in. This is the biggest game of the night. Come on.
Mike calls, 8-6 of hearts.
You're winning about 300,000.
195, sir. 195.
195 winning? If you call, it will be 190.
Yeah, I do.
You do? You got 2
I don't-
cards, Nick.
And Phil Locke
not
makes
durable.
another conservative laydown.
The itsy bitsy nitsy, we have to go and play.
I got them all out for you, so you have position. You and Mikey. I'll tell you what I do. The only way I could win this to bet in the dark.
Yeah, you're going to have to bet pretty big in the dark and hope none of us have anything.
I'm gonna be sick if I don't.
Chicken.
Chicken, chicken, chicken. I gotta make it fair first.
Mike Mattisau makes 8 for the best hand.
You're right. I'm chicken.
And Sammy has a flush draw. Now he wishes that he did bet before the flop.
Chicken this.
Wait, that's
Don't ever
25,000
call me
now.
chicken. Never, ever. You know why? Because I'm drinking.
I'm chicken.
No way Jennifer can call here.
I'm all in.
I call.
Mike Mattisau goes all in and gets immediately called.
Chicken.
And the whole table thinks it's the funniest thing they've ever seen.
Oh, the greatest player of all time just said, uh-oh.
You got aces?
I can't tell you, buddy. Every time I give my hand away, I
Run
lose.
it twice or once?
Bluetooth mic.
If you have a big hand, I'll do business deal with you. If you have a big hand.
I got a pair.
What do you have, like 2 forms?
Just put 25 and run him out.
Oh man, Mikey finally fell for one.
Sammy has proposed that Mike just call his bet. Put the 25,000 Sammy bet here. Forget about the fact that Mike said he was going to go all in and just play for that money. So Mike has put 25,000 in.
So sure he was weak.
Wait, what's happening?
6-8.
That's it. We're all in with that. We saved all this.
Oh, there's no more.
Mike agreed to the deal. He put the 25,000 in. Sammy doesn't realize he's got the best chance of winning this pot.
What are we doing?
He's 55% to win the pot.
Since we saved most of it, just deal
What are we
it
doing?
once.
We're just playing for this, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
You want to deal it? You want to save 10,000 more?
I don't understand.
Wow. You have nothing?
No, I have. I do.
But you don't put the money in? I don't get it.
Jennifer doesn't know what's going on here. This never happens in a cash game of this size where players agree to a deal without seeing the other player's hand. Now Mike,
Turn your hand over.
who's getting the best of this deal, wants to put the inquiry sign on and say what's happening here.
Okay, deal it twice. No, please give him my card sheet. I get jigs over there.
What are we doing? Are we